If you've been waiting for the right time to stock up on powerful synths without blowing the bank, this is it. Plugin Boutique's got a lineup of absolute bangers on discount, and I'm breaking down the best ones, feature by feature, price tag by price tag. Whether you're building up your first collection or you're deep in the game and just want new sound inspiration, this one's for you. Let's dive in. Let's start with the heavyweight, Anthem Analog Synth from Universal Audio, currently 25% off at $149. This thing is all about bold tone. You're working with fat analog modeled oscillators, a crunchy filter that goes from warm saturation to total destruction, and a paraphonic design that gives you both fat mono and vibey chord options. What makes Anthem special is that it's ready to inspire fast. You get hundreds of curated presets, plus a step sequencer that can do basic eighth notes or full-on generative textures. The onboard effects seal the deal: spring reverb, tape echo, chorus, all modeled after classic gear. So you're not stacking plugins, you're just vibing. If you want big, character-rich sound that moves fast, Anthem is a serious pick. Next up, Super 8 from Native Instruments, and it's going for just $24.50, a massive 75% off. Super 8 gives you vintage warmth with modern control. It's got dual oscillators, mixable waveforms, classic effects like chorus and flange, and a simple layout that lets you dial in the vibe without getting lost. Y'all better not miss this. Anyway, you're getting over 550 presets, from analog strings to gritty basses and floating pads. It's perfect for quick inspiration or deep tweaking, depending on how you like to work. For less than $30, this is a no-brainer add to your arsenal. Alright, now let's talk about a straight-up legend, MIDI by Air Music Tech. 70% off right now, going for just $29. This one's modeled after one of the most iconic American synths of all time. If you've ever chased that warm, round, punchy analog sound, this is it. But MIDI doesn't stop at vintage emulation. It brings modern muscle to a classic synth experience. You get 3 oscillators per voice, stacked with classic waveforms and optional pitch detune to fatten up your basses and leads. Oh, and if you've got a Kai MPC or Force hardware, you can unlock MIDI on those too, for free. That means seamless movement from standalone to DAW, with no compromise in sound. So for under $30, solid pick, no question. Now, listen, if you were anywhere near music in the late 80s or 90s, you already know the name, KORG M1. That M1 piano, that punchy organ, that lush choir pad, certified classics, they're everywhere. And now, KORG M1 V2 is back as a plugin, modernized and deep as ever, for just $50. That's 49% off. But don't get it twisted, this ain't just nostalgia. KORG rebuilt the original AI synthesis engine, modeled the hardware circuit for circuit, and gave it new powers. It comes with resonant filters, 18 insert effects, and a whole easy mode that lets you tweak the essentials fast. No diving through menus if you're just trying to vibe. And the sounds? Y'all, over 3,300 presets. That's the full M1, M1EX, and even the T-Series. Plus all 34 ROM cards are bundled in. So whether you're scoring a throwback, laying down some house chords, or just chasing that sound, this thing has you covered. And yeah, it's future-proof. Retina and 4K ready, with a built-in tag browser so you're not stuck scrolling forever. You can even load in original M1 patches via SysX. That means your dusty old hardware files, they still live. The M1 isn't just a synth. It's a classic that you shouldn't be without. And right now, you can bring it into your workflow and add those classic tones and textures to your productions. $50? That's a win, straight up. Okay, now this next one, it's for the sound designers, the vibe crafters, the ones who like their synths moving, shifting, evolving like a story. KORG's Wavestation V2 is sitting pretty at 49% off, and at just $50, It's way deeper than your average plugin. Originally dropped in the 90s, this was the first synth to bring wave sequencing to the table. And what that means is, instead of one static sound, you're morphing between multiple waveforms, creating pads and textures that breathe. Add a joystick to blend 4 oscillators live? Yeah, they were ahead of their time. But this version, it's not just a retro throwback. KORG rebuilt the whole engine for modern workflows. It's high-res, Retina and 4K ready, easy to navigate, and stacked with content. It's got over 1,500 presets, 700 waveforms, all from the original units and expansion ROMs, fully modeled, not just sampled. You can jump into deep sound design if that's your thing, or just tap the random sequence button and let it cook up something fresh for you on the fly. Pads, clucks, ambient motion, cinematic tension, this thing moves different. Wavestation is like that weird genius friend, not always the loudest in the room, but when it talks, everybody listens. If you want your tracks to move, this is the $50 investment you make with zero regret. Next up is a synth that feels like it was built for this moment, and for the producers who want more than just sounds, that want a system. Current by Minimal Audio is sitting at 50% off, bringing it down to $99, and honestly, this might be one of the most forward-thinking instruments on the list. It's not just a synth, it's a whole sound design platform, and once you step into it, you're not just scrolling through presets, you're discovering and making fire in a new way. Current feels like a blend between art and utility, bold visuals, intuitive workflow, and deep sonic possibilities. For $100, it's a full production suite disguised as a synth. If you're ready to level up your sound, this is a major move. Alright, let's talk about Dust. And I ain't talking about the kind you sweep up either. This one's for the explorers, for the sound designers, for the producers who don't want presets, they want possibilities. Dust by Soundmorph is sitting at $74.50, and at 50% off, let me tell you right now, this is not your typical synth. Dust is a binaural granular synthesizer built on real-time particle simulation. Every grain of sound is a particle, and the way those particles move, it's like dropping leaves into a river and letting them go wherever that river flows. This thing has the kind of experimental control that turns hours into minutes. Whether you're building tension in a film score, designing game audio, or just want something different to inspire your next track, Dust is one of those plugins that'll have you losing time and loving it. If you make hip-hop, trap, or anything low-end heavy, then Sublab XL might just be the most essential synth in your kit. Right now, it's $50. That's 37% off, and what you're getting is more than a plugin. This is a sub-bass weapon. Sublab is all about those hard-hitting 808s, thick sublayers, and the kind of bass that doesn't just sound good, it feels good. And the secret sauce? That's the X-Sub engine, a psychoacoustic oscillator that locks your bass into the sub-range on any note, any system. Your kicks and subs? Always locked in, no guesswork. But if you want to go deeper, there's Sublab XL, which turns this thing all the way up. You get more distortion types, LFO modulation, super saws, macro controls, and effects like tape, bit crush, and wave shaping. It's a full-blown bass design suite with 9 bass packs and over 300 analog drum samples, from TR-808s to modular monsters. Both versions slap. But if you're trying to push subs into new territory and sculpt them with surgical control, XL is the move. Either way, for $50, you'll be adding chart-ready low-end with ease. Alright, now this next one, this is for the wild ones. The sound designers that love the unconventional, the rule breakers, the heads who gotta be different. Lion by Unfiltered Audio is going for just $30. That's a wild 71% off. And this thing is a beast. Guess that's why they called it Lion. It's not here to imitate vintage synths. It was made to change the way we look at sound design. There's even a randomization engine that lets you mutate your patches just enough to keep things interesting. At $30, Lion is a pure sound design playground. It's not polite, it's not basic, but it might just become your new favorite music creation tool. Next up is a synth that's got modern power packed into an interface that's actually fun to use. Blease. Megalit is available now at 50% off, just $49, and it brings together massive sonic depth with a workflow that's super clean, super intuitive, and ready for real creativity. This thing gives you wavetable and subtractive synthesis in one place, with advanced wave folding, flexible filtering, and built-in shaping tools like bit crushing and saturation that sound as good as they are easy to dial in. For under $50, it's one of the most inspiring synths you can add to your arsenal. Now, if you're looking for a synth that can scale with your creativity, from simple to absolutely massive, take a look at Biotek 3. Right now, it's 40% off, bringing it to $107, and it delivers both high-end sound design tools and a user experience that makes you want to stay in the zone. At the heart of Biotek 3 is the brand new Easy Page, a redesigned interface that gives you access to all the most important controls with an interactive XY pad for real-time sound shaping. It's smooth, visual, and responsive, perfect for producers who want results without getting overwhelmed. But beneath that clean surface is serious power. Biotek 3 supports sampling, granular, and spinal saw oscillators, including a mode that can run up to 44 oscillators per voice. Combine that with unison, layering, and deep modulation, and this synth becomes a powerhouse for anyone creating pads, textures, or futuristic electronic sounds. The preset library is also impressive. Over 800 factory sounds from top-tier designers, covering everything from ambient and cinematic to experimental and bass-heavy. Everything is tagged and searchable, so you stay in the creative flow without hunting for sounds. And when it comes to effects and filtering, you've got 9 high-quality FX, assignable across 4 slots per voice, plus premium filters like transistor ladder and Salon key for analog-style tone shaping. Biotek 3 is also built for customization. You can import your own samples, assign macros, automate anything inside your DAW, and even build full performance layouts. It's optimized to run smoothly. If you want a synth that combines depth, performance, and expandability, Biotek 3 is a solid investment. Let's say you're chasing next-level low-end. Not just another 808, but deep, cinematic, organic bass. Then Bass Synth by Wave Alchemy might just be your new favorite tool. Right now, it's sitting at a massive 70% off, bringing the price down to just $55. This isn't your average bass plugin. Bass Synth is what happens when you combine over 800 multi-sample sources, a 4-layer voice engine, and a powerful XY modulation pad, all wrapped in one of the most beautiful and intuitive interfaces I've seen for bass design. The tag-based browser makes it easy to find what you're looking for, and the macros, XY pad, and motion sequencer let you add life and movement in just a few clicks. At 70% off, this isn't just a bass engine. It's a full creative instrument built from the ground up for producers who want their low end to stand out and say something. Let's switch gears to something sleek, streamlined, and surprisingly powerful. Babylon 2 by WA Production. Right now, it's just $29.90. That's 69% off, and this one's perfect for producers who want a big sound without a big learning curve. Babylon 2 sticks to the original one-page wonder format, but don't let that fool you. Under the hood, you've got deep synthesis options, a wavetable editor, and intelligent modulation tools that make this synth feel bigger than it looks. At just under $30, Babylon 2 gives you the flexibility of a flagship synth with the feel of something effortless. Whether you're building full tracks, layering synths, or scoring visuals, it's a smart pickup that delivers fast results and serious sound. There's experimental, and then there's random by Beat Surfing. Right now, it's 33% off, bringing it down to $79. And this plugin is more than just a synth. It's a creative catalyst. Co-designed with French producer Faz, Random flips the entire idea of sound selection on its head. Instead of tweaking knobs one at a time, you spin the random wheel and let a neural-inspired engine morph your sound across hundreds of hidden parameters. It's unpredictable in the best way. The synth side gives you wild, inharmonic tones. The resonator side adds shimmering textures, chaotic movement, and expressive resonance. You control it all with sliders like stress, spike, bleed, and fluid, each designed to push and pull the sonic energy in surprising directions. If you're feeling stuck, this is your reset button. If random is the sound of musical chaos, then random metal is its percussive counterpart, gritty, sharp, and full of attitude. And right now, it's 40% off, bringing it down to $89. This thing goes deep. Every engine has its own character, ranging from sharp and metallic to noisy, glitchy, and experimental. Whether you're layering textures under your drums, building cinematic impacts, or crafting rhythmic sound design, Random Metal gives you tools you didn't know you needed, and sounds you'll never find anywhere else. It's a chaos engine in the best possible way, and with this deal, it's the perfect moment to try something different. So if any of these seem like something you need to add to your toolbox, don't wait. Stack up while the deals are live and walk away with a studio full of fresh sonic weapons, all without blowing your budget. Check the description for links to these plugin deals and more. Make your move, then get back to making your next hit. Remember, today is the best day to create a better tomorrow. I'm out.